So we have everything ready, but the only thing is that we are not aware of it, and the mental aptitude or the social attitude of our RDs especially are really good.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, ईस्टर्न पोस्ट में आप सभी का स्वागत है। तो आज हम आए हैं श्री विजय ताराम के घर। ये एक सीनियर एडवोकेट होने के साथ ही साथ एक सोशल वर्कर भी हैं। तो सर, वेलकम टू ईस्टर्न पोस्ट सर।
नमस्ते।
अभी हाल ही में आपको आदि बाने केबांग के एपेक्स विंग में जनरल सेक्रेटरी की नियुक्त की गई है। तो सर, इसके बारे में हमारे दर्शकों को थोड़ा बता दीजिए।
Actually, I'm thankful to the executive members of ABK for having the confidence and faith upon me that I can lead the organization in the capacity of General Secretary ABK. It was consequent upon our former Secretary General Okom Yosung, who had resigned from the post of ABK because he had ambitions for coming up in the Vidhan Sabha elections, which are slated to be announced this month or the next month of March. So in that, by that reason, the post of Secretary General now rechristened to as General Secretary. Post became vacant. So as per the convention of the ABK, whenever such incidents occur in the organization, like in the midterm, if someone resigns or unfortunately any death occurs to any of the executive members, then members within the executive members are selected to that post. So no fresh elections are held, and the executive members, they sat together and they have finally selected me. I was also not that aware till some hours before, when the notice or the order of my appointment came and it was delivered to me. And I feel grateful to them. I appreciate them, and then I also take the responsibility to show myself as they have reposed their faith upon me. I believe I will be living up to their expectations, and I'll also be delivering within my capacity to serve the society, serve the Adi, the state and the country as a whole.
Okay sir, and were you very active in your student life as a leader?
Yeah, it has been a long story cutting short. I started my student leadership while in class 10. I was the general secretary of my school, and then after that I contested the elections as the editor in Jain College PASIGHAT, and I won. And then after that I contested for the vice president APSU. Once I was elected again for another term. Also I was elected as the vice president APSU, but then by that time I had passed out my LLB from Shillong Law College. So in the midterm I had to resign, as because I was no more a student. I morally thought that I shouldn't be in a student's organization while I'm not a student anymore. So yeah, after that I tried out my luck in the Panchayat elections, and I had won, and I was Anchal chairperson, Anchal Samiti member, as well as again in the election of the Anchal chairperson also I won. And after that Adi Bane Kebang happened, and the present president and the general secretary entrusted me with the secretary IPR, and then one of the posts again fell vacant, the post of secretary headquarters as well as the spokesperson. I was elevated. I was also given the additional responsibilities. Besides being the IPR secretary, I was also given the additional post of secretary headquarters as well as spokesperson, and then now consequent upon, as I've said earlier, the previous Secretary General Okom Yosung resigned from the post, and now today I have been appointed as the General Secretary Advocate. Yeah, that's my graph since class 10 to till now.
So my next question will be, what will be your action plan as the General Secretary of ABK, sir, now?
We had recently had our annual ABK annual conference at Namsai, and then we have passed so many resolutions, and that is the agenda of the present executive members of ABK to parley with the governments or to parley with any organization or with even an individual for letting our resolutions being fulfilled. Those resolutions are the agenda of ABK.
So being a senior advocate, you are very well known in this field of your advocacy, and now people are expecting many good things, many good reforms that you can bring to the society. So sir, apart from your general action plans, what good things can we expect from you regarding law and order in the district?
ABK, we are into social reforms, as you have said, and social reforms include everything in the society, be it legality or sociality, or be it environmental issues, or be it any issues that affects the Adi society. And we have started the awareness against hunting and even poaching of wild animals and birds, and safeguarding the environment, forest, flora and fauna. And we have also started the campaign against drug abuse. Yes. And we have also started to make aware of education in every area of the Adi. And we also have talks with the government of Arunachal Pradesh regarding issue of ST certificates of some of our community members, those that have not yet got it from the government. Now these are the things we want to come out to the public and bring about some change from our side. And we also hope that the society cooperates with the mission of ABK. And ABK has always been like, if a new issue comes up, then we have to take up when we are interested with the issue. So we're always ready with any kind of issue that comes up in our society, or any kind of policy and programs that the government of Arunachal Pradesh or government of India wants to implement through us. And regarding education system prevailing in the state also, we have suggested some ideas to the present government of Arunachal Pradesh, and the government of Arunachal Pradesh has also reciprocated with our suggestions. And hopefully after these elections of the general and Lok Sabha elections, certain changes in the education system, in their planning, and then in the procedure of implementing certain funds or certain policies, programs under education department will come out. Those that have been our suggestions that the government has really agreed to us, and then it would be brought into practicality and people would see it.
Can you please highlight some of the suggestions that you made to the government regarding education system?
We have suggested that certain funds for the maintenance of the school, instead of routing it to the government and through the contractors, if it could be straight away given to a social organization, not only ABK. We didn't talk about only ABK, but in such a way that instead of routing the money through so many channels, if the money can be handed over from the government straight to that organization, so in between there are no other obstacles or hurdles or any red tapeism, so that money comes straight into the account of such organizations, and then such organizations are auditable by the public or even the government. So when such steps, such procedures be adopted, social organizations won't never think about any profit percentages of any work.
Yes.
But when it's executed through a contractor or a business firm, they would obviously think
They'll
about
take a cut off.
cut off the profit
Yes, sir.
percentage, and in that way the whole lot of money won't be totally spent in the project or the work. So to cut short that things, we had suggested that only in the field of education, if certain money which needs to be implemented judiciously and properly, if it can be handed over to social organizations like community-based organizations like ABK, it would really bring the real meaning of the money spent, and the government also would be appreciated much more by the public when the money, the public money, public people, they pay tax, and the tax they go to the government, and the government spends it back to the public utility, public use. So that money would be more meaningful spent on the projects, in such projects that we have suggested the government, and we appreciate the government of Arunachal Pradesh for really accepting our suggestions, and they have assured us that from after the elections results are declared, our suggestions would be taken into consideration, and hopefully we will see that our suggestions have come to light and it's being implemented practically.
So basically, if this suggestion is implemented, the elimination of third party will be there.
Yes, exactly. Third party means
The profitable.
the profit margin that would be kept by a certain firm or an individual, that would be not there anymore.
That money can be directly applied for the beneficiary.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. That's a very good suggestion indeed. So, sir, what will be your advice to the public and to the people in general of the Adi belt?
Our advice from the ABK would be, first is to maintain brotherhood feelings amongst all the sections of the society, be it our own community, be it any community, of cutting across caste, creed, tribe or community or even nationalities. We have to live together as one community, to prosper together with everyone. The first message of ABK is always that, and then the second utmost thing that we have been really wanting, that it has to be made aware to all the public, is all parents, all the senior citizens or elderly citizens or conscious people, aware people of the state or the country, wherever they are, we have to see to it that our children or the young generation does not involve into drugs. Drugs is such a menace that it doesn't kill an individual, rather it kills a whole society. Or if in a friend circle also, if one of the friend is a drug addict, so it spreads kind of, it's very contagious with the present day youths especially. One friend starts something, another copies or emulates, and then in curiousness they try, thinking I'll just try it once, and then that one becomes twice, and that twice becomes thrice, and then it remains with them. So ABK is really working hard on this issue, that the drug menace issue has to be curbed, and people also, especially parents, they should check their children every day in their home. If they are in outside staying in the schools or colleges, they have to routinely check out the behavior of their children, and then the way they ask money from them, and then they have to be really careful about where their children are, if they are associated with wrong people, if they are associated with children those that are into drugs. So this is really killing the nation, killing the society, because to develop a nation, to develop or a society to develop, we need good human beings with good quality human beings. But if once a person gets into drugs, the quality of that very person gets degraded, as he is also a member of the society also gets degraded by a person who is into drugs. So in fear of all this, we are seriously into action against drugs, and we have always been sloganeering against this drug abuse in the Adi society especially. And the third is about, as I told, environmental awareness, especially banning of hunting in the Adi dominated areas. Some people of our community have raised the idea, suggestions that it has been a tradition hunting in our society, why we should stop it now. But we AVK are still saying that hunting during those times, during our great-grandparents' times, the animals and birds were much more in population than the human beings, but today it's just a reciprocal. Today there are no birds, no animals in the jungles, and then the fact is that we are dependent upon the animals and birds for our survival.
Yes.
The animals and birds are not at all dependent upon us, so we have to realize it. And where do we get oxygen? We get oxygen from the trees. Where from we get water? We get water from the trees. Who purifies the oxygen, the air that we breathe in? The trees. What is our contribution to the planet? Animals also contribute so much, like the elephants or any kind of animal. They eat fruit from one tree. They go travel places, the birds and animals defecate, the seeds fall down, grow from that place. So they are planting the forest for us, the animals and birds. And when forest comes up, when the trees comes up, plants, shrubs, they retain water, and through the leaves and then through the roots they supply the water to the soil. Now there's so much available for the human existence, but we humans don't give them anything. When we analyze it our own way, with all the intelligence that we have been gifted to, we animals are not even useful in that natural food cycle, food chain. But a single ant, a single snail, or even a worm, or even an earthworm, they are all important in the food cycle. They are all important for this planet to survive. But we human beings are not at all needed. We have to realize this, who and how we are to live by respecting the animals and plants around us. That's one of the agendas of AVK. And there are other so many things. If any achievers of the Adi community achieving some good feats in any field, we honor them, we facilitate them. These are the few things that I can remember now. There's many things, vast subjects, variety of subjects that we are always ready to take up for the good of the society.
Yes. Since you mentioned about the hunting, traditional hunting that's going on, what about sustainability? How can hunting still be sustainable so that the biodiversity remains in a balance?
Regarding hunting, I have been saying that hunting as such in today's times is not sustainable actually, never ever. Because if at all we really have to continue with it during some festivals, a sustainable way can be going back to the times when our great-grandparents they had hunted with traditional bows and arrows and traps, but not using the present day sophisticated guns. You'll see so many sophisticated guns with all the modern accessories that they can be fitted in a gun. Even an amateur can shoot down any animal or bird with all the modern gun and other accessories fitted with it. So hunting wise, 𝖵K should not say that we have to have a sustainable hunting system. No, we have to completely do away with hunting system.
Okay, sir.
We have to realize it's high time. And see the importance of birds and animals. If I shoot a deer or a bird, I will eat it. I may give it to some of my friends also as a bit of share. After ingesting it, we'll defecate. The end result is only defecation. But if we allow the animals and birds to propagate, live in our park, today there are so many tourists coming to our park, those bird watchers, those photographers, video makers. If we had large population of birds and animals, it would have attracted lots of domestic as well as international tourists. And when tourists they come, they always contribute to the revenue of the state, the country, the state, the place where they come. So our local people would also have got so much of money from the tourists if we had birds and animals to watch in our place. But sadly, we don't have any more birds and animals in the Adi dominated places. But say in those places like Upper Dibang Valley and the east coming side, there's still some birds and animals, and lots of tourists they come to watch birds. They shoot animals with the camera. They make films, documentaries, videos, and to post it on even social media to get certain points or certain subscribers and likes. So many content creators these days come. So we are losing on that. Adi areas, no one is coming to watch any bird or animal. But in other parts of Arunachal Pradesh, many tourists are coming to simply watch or shoot animals and birds with the camera. But sadly, it's not here anymore. So it's high time we the educated lot of the Adi community think over it, ponder over it, and then advocate and make aware of the ignorant people in the villages that hunting actually is a very big loss to the society. Yes. So we have everything ready, but the only thing is that we are not aware of it, and the mental aptitude or the social attitude of our Adis especially are really good. We have to collaborate with the officers now. I had requested the DFO Wildlife, who is looking after the Deering Wildlife Sanctuary also, that it is high time they talk to the villages in the periphery of that park, Deering Wildlife Sanctuary, to engage people, to make them aware that they have to safeguard, protect the birds and animals of the sanctuary, and in return they will be bringing in tourists to get them a tour in the sanctuary. And when tourists come, they will stay in the village huts, our typical huts. They will stay with them, and then the tourists, they will pay for their lodging, fooding, and even travel. Like one can engage a gypsy safari to So, and then one can be a person who would be operating the boat, because that sanctuary is an island actually, so we need local or engine boats to cross over to that part. So a tourist comes, stays with me, I will engage someone as a guide, I'll engage a vehicle. Again, when the vehicle reaches that Siang, I'll engage a boat, and then daytime I'll take them inside the sanctuary. I'll be giving them lunch, So in this process, so much of ways of earning are there for each and every house. If we can make the Dangering Wildlife Sanctuary in a world-class level, tourists from all over the world will rush in, and then some of them will stay here for a week or so like that, not going to the sanctuary, just to detoxify themselves, the kind of oxygen that we have. So these are the prospects we have to think about.
Those are indeed very wise words coming from you, sir. And really, thank you for joining into Eastern Post today.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. We wish you very good leadership ahead.
Yeah.
And sir, so viewers, this was Mr. Vijay Taram, the new appointed General Secretary of Adi Bane Kebang, Apex Wing that is. Thank you for watching Eastern Post.